Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Meantime, you are enjoying Heather Pierson's instrumental album, or just piano playing. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to see you. Some of you, I just see your names. I'm going to keep the music playing for a little bit in the background. I just want to make sure that Heather's ready to go before okay, I just said that, and then, of course, I stopped playing the music. Welcome, dear friends, to On the Track Songwriter Showcase. We are a monthly songwriter series that is officially in its 9th season. So for those of you who are not familiar with us, we host a concert series from May to September on the first Wednesday of the month in Chelsea, Michigan, at this beautiful historic train depot where we rent the space and invite an intimate gathering of anywhere from 30 to 70 people to listen to phenomenal songwriting and great musicians and performers. And we've been doing this, had been doing it for 8 years. We were embarking on our 9th season. We got almost there, and oh no, it was the end of the 8th season. Gosh, see, time has just flown by. We had to cancel our last 2 shows of the end of the 8th season. And our season finale for the 8th season ended up going, was our first Zoom show. Then we took the summer off, and then we came back. And here we are. Heather Pierson, who we are presenting tonight, was scheduled for this date to show up in person. And sadly, here we are still doing this virtually. But I'm delighted that she was able to join us for this. And I'm really, really thrilled that all y'all are here, as much as I wish you were with us in person. But we'll deal with this. So we're also streaming out to Facebook. And if you happen to be, I don't know, if you happen to have found us on Facebook, you can see there's a little link in the, or I'll post a link to join us in the Zoom room. Because what's awesome about the Zoom room is that we can have our audience unmute themselves and applaud in between the songs. So to our in-room audience members, please find your mute buttons, know where they are, know how to click them on and off quickly. If you get lost, I promise to mute you if you accidentally forget. But we are encouraging you to unmute and applaud after I introduce Heather. mute yourselves again, unmute and applaud after every song. Feel free to go crazy and then mute yourselves again. Heather Pierson is somebody that I've seen her a number of times now, but she's one of those people that the first time I saw her, I couldn't stop listening. I came across a showcase, and we attend these conferences with a bunch of folk musicians, and they're everywhere. And it takes a lot for me to stick around for more than one song. It really does. Not because people aren't all wonderful, but there's so many places to go and so many artists to do or to see, not do. But Heather kept me through the whole thing. And then I saw her again at a conference right here in Michigan a little over a year ago, and immediately knew we had to have her for the series. She's a beautiful musician, beautiful singer, beautiful spirit. Her songs are heartfelt and wonderful, and she's stylistically all over the place, which I love. And we are super excited that she has joined us here on the tracks. And now all I got to do is find her in my list. Are you here, Heather? I'm going to join you in my spotlight. There you are. Yay. I decided to take some time off drinking, and my introductions are boring. I'm just kidding. That's not true at all. It's a little bit true. No, it's good. I'm super happy to see you guys. Yes. And Sean Neto back there on the bass. I said it correctly, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy that you're here with us today, and thank you so much you are all the way from New Haven, Connecticut. Is that what I'm understanding? Yeah. No.
Conway, New Hampshire.
Conway, New Hampshire. There was a new in there somewhere. Thank you. All right. And because of that echo, and I don't want to make you have to keep doing this, I'm going to get out of the way. And ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to unmute yourselves for a quick round of applause for Heather Pierson Duo.
Call your screams out now.
All right. Is that Gail?
Yes.
I think that was Gail. Welcome, everybody. The day that I turned 21, I hated nearly everyone except that foamy friend in my hand. I could knock them back with the best of them, but just like all the rest of them, I couldn't see beyond the end of my nose. Goodness knows how I'm still here. The old man had just turned 51 when the cancer's evil work was done and left Mom and me with no place to stand. And from the booze I was set free, but she chose not to follow me. My love and her fear came to blows. Goodness knows how I'm still here. Some call it luck, some call it grace. I think I'm just more stubborn than most. But like Mama used to say, I come by it honestly. The year that I turned 31, my mother finished up her run. Her hourglass had run out of sand. It'd been years since we had spoken. Both our weary hearts were broken. I'm alone now on the road I chose. Goodness knows how I'm still here. Yeah. Just more stubborn than most. But like Mama used to say, I come by it honestly. And now that I've seen 41, my fighting years are far from done, and the earth is truly the promised land. But still those shadows speak to me, each day less convincingly, to reach for the thorn and not the rose. Goodness knows so glad I'm still here. Hey, thank you so much. Wow, what is that noise? Oh, it's applause. That's right. Haven't heard much of that. So yeah, thank you so much, Annie, for having us, and thanks to all of you for
driving out to see us.
Yeah, for taking the long drive to your favorite comfy chair. Yeah, so even what I call the before times, we weren't always this fortunate to have such a a polite listening audience, fairly sober, although most people are home, so you can start celebrating, as soon as you feel like it for something like this. And so yeah, a lot of us musicians, we end up kind of occupying corners in noisy places where people may not be cheering for something that we did. They might be cheering for something that's happening on a screen over our heads. Remember those times when we could go to loud bars and hear and ignore the band in the corner? Well, I didn't ignore the band in the corner, but some people do. So this is a song I wrote about...
I was in the band and I ignored the band in the corner.
I've been in those bands too. So this is a song I wrote kind of based on some people watching in those kind of situations. 1, 2, 1, 2. So many barflies buzzing around my stool, nursing my water and trying not to lose my cool. I like this one who has big brown eyes, but he don't like to talk, he'd rather look at my thighs. I said, talking's nice, you really ought to give it a chance. He said he'd rather drink and dance. Drink and dance. He's gonna have another drink and try to find a little romance. Drink and dance. Drink and dance. Well, some would say that he's thrown his life away, 'cause all he does is drink and dance. And then I watched this big blonde woman stagger up to the bar, and she shot me a look that was brighter than a shooting star. She laughed at me and said, hey, what's your deal? You look like a kid who lost her Happy Meal. I said, thinking's nice, you really ought to give it a chance. She said she'd rather drink and dance. Drink and dance. She's gonna have another drink and try to find a little romance. Drink and dance. Drink and dance. Well, some would say that she's thrown her life away, 'cause all she does is drink and dance every Friday night at the same old bar by the same stoplight. Well, maybe she's right. Maybe I should loosen up and have a little fun tonight. Yeah. I said, hey, brown eyes, I got a gal here I'd like you to meet. And 2 minutes later, neither one of them had missed a beat. Then she went and put $1 in the music machine, and these two young lovers were a sight to be seen. I said, matchmaking's nice, I'm really glad I gave it a chance. And now I watch them drink and dance. Drink and dance. They're gonna have another drink and try to would say that I've thrown my life away, 'cause I don't like to drink and dance. Don't like to drink and dance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I see the folks with their videos off. Maybe they're the ones that are drinking and dancing right now. That's a wonderful thing, really, about Zoom, is you can dance all you want and nobody has to see you.
That's right. Nobody's forced to watch you. I think that's what you were saying, right?
I'm just thinking of, people like me that are shy about dancing.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to have to watch me either.
So as I mentioned, Sean and I live up in Conway, New Hampshire, which is, if you don't know where that is, it's in the Mount Washington Valley, right on the Maine-New Hampshire border. And his spring is, there's a couple little piles of dirty snow left here and there, but it's pretty much spring. Nothing's flowering yet, but it's coming. The birds are singing, and there's been a cardinal here the last couple mornings, which has been
We've definitely got
kinda
a
cool.
drought going on.
We need some rain. It's a beautiful place to call home, and this is a song I wrote a few years ago when I was far from home doing that thing called touring that we all used to do. I was sitting on a picnic table in the shade down in New Orleans and loving where I was, and I was also really missing the White Mountains. So this song kind of fell in my lap one day. It's called Ain't Gotten Around. 2, 3, 4. Another clear morning, another bluebird sky, another day of letting things go. I've heard my share of laughter and all the tears I've cried. I'm quite sure that I've seen more than most. I'll tell you why I hide myself away in these mountains, 'cause there's a whole world of hurt beyond that ridge. I'm sure some folks out there are happy, and I'm sure they'd mean me well, but I just ain't gotten around to building that bridge. No, I just ain't gotten around to building that bridge. Well, I ain't much for drama. I've heard it all before, and I don't wear my heart up on my sleeve. With these four walls around me and all that beauty at my door, how in heaven's name could I ever leave? I'll tell you why I hide myself away in these mountains, 'cause the world is full of things that I don't need. I'm sure the land out there is fertile, and I'm sure the grass is green, but I just ain't gotten around to planting those seeds. No, I just ain't gotten around to planting those seeds. Ooh. that big old moon is rising and all the chores are done. My belly's full and the fire's dying down. My eyes are growing heavy and the whiskey's got my tongue. It's time to sleep till that sun comes back around. I'll tell you why I hide myself away in these mountains, 'cause the world ain't exactly how it seems. I'm sure some folks would tell you different, and I reckon it might be true, but I just ain't gotten around to having those dreams. No, I just ain't gotten around to having those dreams.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Hey, pass that off to you.
I love it. Every time we finish a song, we hear a quick woo.
I know, I love it.
Pretty sure that's Gail, not true.
I'm pretty sure that is Gail. Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah, we love it.
You like the whoop, whoop, whoop.
All right. Let's see, time for a little piano. Yeah, here's a song I wrote about resilience. Boy, we could sure use some of that, huh? I could. Maybe y'all are in ample supply, but I need some. 1, 2, I know she gave you a pretty rough ride. Get up on that horse again. I know it's easy to let things slide. Get up on that horse again. The road is bumpy, narrow and long. The ones who built it sang the same damn song. Would you rather just give up without having tried, or get up on that horse again? Yeah. Sean Netto on the bass. The road is bumpy, narrow and long. The ones who built it sang the same damn song. There's no escaping the hand you've been dealt. There ain't a soul among us who hasn't felt what you felt. So would you rather just give up without having tried, or get up on that horse again? Get up on that horse again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Very much.
Love it.
Thank you. It's good finger snapping music. You can find that nice
If
backbeat.
you can, I cannot.
Really? I've known you for how long? 11 years?
I have a week's. See,
I didn't-
it's about as good as I can do. I'll trade you my whistling for your snapping.
Yeah. I wasn't given the gift of the whistle. I can sing, I can play the piano, I cannot whistle.
So what musicians we are. She can't whistle and I can't snap.
We're
really
hopeless.
sad.
We should just hang it up. I had a different song next on the list, but I changed my mind. We're going to do a song that's... I don't know who this song is about. Sometimes I write songs, I know exactly who they're about. This is one of those songs, I have no idea who the hell this is about. I sing it as if it's about my father, but it's not about my father. Maybe it's about your father. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you know who this song is about. 2. My father left us on a Monday. On Tuesday, the telephone rang. On Wednesday night, he came back. And all day Thursday, how my mother sang. Friday night was coming, and Daddy was the prowling kind. The whole damn weekend came and went, but Daddy never paid us no mind. He had to get up and go, so he got up and went. All of his time and money foolishly spent, always hoping that the horses and the cards would make the rent. He had to get up and go, so he got up and went. Mama cried all day that Monday, and on Tuesday she answered the phone. She let that mean old Daddy come back, 'cause she didn't like sleeping alone. But the bed was cold by Friday, and all the bills were coming up due. I watched her hang her head and cry as if there weren't a damn thing she could do. He had to get up and go, so he got up and went. All of Mama's time and loving so foolishly spent, always hoping that Daddy would come home from wherever he went. He had to get up and go, so he got up and went. We'll line up the ponies at the starting gate and fire that starting gun. Daddy came back on a Sunday, and he took us to the church in town. Oh, he even put on his suit and tie, and he promised that he'd stick around. But no fear of God Almighty or any warning about a lake of fire was enough to keep Daddy at home, 'cause he was a liar. He had to get get up and go. So he got up and went. All of his time and money foolishly spent. Always hoping that the horses and the carts would make the rent. He had to get up and go. So he got up and went. He had to get up and go. Get up and go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Sorry, everybody's all, just captivated. The chat is very quiet, people. You are welcome to put your feelings and your accolades in the chat.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. This is, I'll do one on piano here on this part of the set. So as you can tell, I really like jazz.
What was this?
Met Annie at a folk conference, and you can't get the jazzer out of me. So this is a blues. It's really just a 1-4-5 blues that I wrote to pay homage to two of my favorite pianists, Dave Brubeck and Dr. John. But all that really means is that I wrote a blues that you can't dance to.
Sorry, I have to make one small. I noticed that we had a little bit of clipping, so I need to make one tiny adjustment.
All right, we want your audio experience to be optimal.
It
And
sounds great.
I'm so grateful to live with someone who is a tinkerer with technology and knobs. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
It's a little tougher without a sound person, you know?
It's when you have to be the sound person.
Right.
All right, so, yeah, a blues that you can't dance to. The gumbo's too hot and you cooked it too long. The gumbo's too hot and you cooked it too long. You think you've gone and done it, but you done it all wrong.
Probably sped it up.
The gumbo's too hot and you cooked it too long. The gumbo's too hot and you cooked it too long. Think you've gone and done it, but you done it all wrong. Yeah, the gumbo's too hot, but your biscuits are fine. The gumbo's too hot, but your biscuits are fine.
Yeah, they are.
You're no good in the kitchen, but I'm glad that you're mine.
And I love to speed that one up, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I like to keep her on her toes on that one.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You never know how that one's gonna turn out. It's always an experiment. Kind of like gumbo.
There was a little kind of Flight of the Bumblebee thing in there.
There
too.
was. That was cool.
That was amazing.
So, Dr. John meets Dave Brubeck meets Rimsky-Korsakov. Could you pass me my guitar, please? Thank you very much. So, like a lot of you, probably like all of you, all of us, haven't really gone anywhere except to the grocery store and the post office.
To the end of the driveway.
Yeah, to the end of the driveway. Unless you are someone that has to work out of the home, or we just haven't been going anywhere. I think this is the.
Well, I've been going I was going snowboarding during the winter a couple times, and.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, in terms of going outside of our little bubble here. I haven't really. This is like the fewest number, the smallest number of tanks of gas I think I've bought in a year since I got my license. There just hasn't been a whole lot going on. Nope.
And that's why gas is now almost $3 a gallon.
Is that why? But we did take one.
Yeah, it's because of you. It's your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. That's right. I'm an only child. Everything's my fault. But you're an only child. Everything's your fault too. So it's our fault. We're the reason that everything is the way it is. But we did go camping. We went on a camping trip. We splurged and went on a camping trip last August. Feels like it was 10 years ago. In the town of Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. That's Pittsburgh without an H. Pittsburgh, way the hell up there, just like minutes from the Canadian border, up on the First Connecticut Lake. And it's a really just beautiful part of the country. And I don't really go anywhere without an instrument. And we went camping up there just for a couple of days. Just beautiful, quiet, solitude. And came home with this song. So this is brand new. Although if you're hearing this for the first time, these are all brand new songs. So, and there's actually there's a recording of this. So I guess this is I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, but I will just remind folks that if you like what you're hearing and you want to follow us, we do a couple of weekly live streams. We've been doing them all year. We do the Saturday afternoon special. I see a couple of regulars in the crowd tonight. Every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we take requests. We play everything from Carole King to Chopin to...
rock, pop.
Yeah, everything.
Country, outlaw country.
Yeah, everything. And...
whatever.
Yeah, and whatever. And every Thursday, I post a brand new something, a song or something I'm working on to my Patreon. So if you're interested in that stuff, you can visit my website, heatherpearson.com. There's a recording of this song on our Patreon that was taken at the top of a mountain. Anyway, this is still finding its legs. So, 2, 3, 4. Up here in the mountains, I can hear things like the whole of my life ringing in my ears. Up here in the mountains, I can see things like the movement of glaciers over thousands of years. But down in the valley and all the hustle and bustle and fray, I spend my nights hope dreaming about how I can get away. Even for just one day, I want to slow my life down. And I want to know that I'm really living. I want to feel more deeply and more completely. Find the gift in me that's waiting to be given away. up here in the mountains, I can hold things like the handful of water drawn from deep in the earth. Up here in the mountains, I can remember things like the goodness I've carried from the day of my birth. But down in the valley, in all the noise and neon lights, I spend my days hoping that my dreams will take flight. Even if maybe they will tonight, I want to slow my life down. And I want to know that I'm really living. I want to feel more deeply and more completely, and find the gift in me that's waiting to be given away. I want to find the gift in me that's waiting to be given with my whole heart away. Thank you. All right, one more before I put this guitar to bed for the night. I'll do a couple more on the piano after that. How's everybody doing? There's one thumb up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, there's a lot of thumbs up.
Yeah. We said Gail's got the dancing thumbs going on. That's great. Well, this is a song I wrote many years ago to kind of remind myself of the fact that I'm lucky that I get to complain about stuff, you know? You can kind of get caught up in complaining. You can kind of get really angry at the thing you're complaining about, or you can just kind of realize how grateful.
What did your daddy used to say?
Any day above ground is a good one?
Well, no. Well, yeah, he said that too. I was thinking of you can get over it or you can get under it.
That's right. You can get over it or get under it. Yeah, that was... Yeah, so that's... I guess that's what this song is kind of about. It's just reminding yourself how lucky you are you get to complain about stuff at all. Right? And there's a frog in this song.
In it?
Yeah, inside the song.
A real frog?
2, 3, 4. Old man winter can be such a pest. I just shoveled off the front porch. I'll let the sunlight do the rest. And underneath the snow, seeds wait to grow. How do they know? It's anyone's guess. The rains in April become the flowers in the spring. The world wakes up and every creature with a voice starts to sing. I try not to complain every time it starts to rain, and instead remember all the goodness that it brings. Because isn't it a miracle to be alive? To feel that spark of passion along your spine. So whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. But the springtime rains can be so cold, so I try not to hit those frogs as they jump out in the road. I pray that they might find a safer place and kind around the next turn. If I may be so bold to say, isn't it a miracle to be alive? To feel that spark of passion along your spine. So whether it's evolved this way or been some give way to fall, and slowly paint a picture on the forest so tall. In a slumber so deep, Mother Earth goes back to sleep. Isn't it amazing that she wakes up at all? Isn't it a miracle to be alive, to feel that spark of passion along your spine? So whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. So whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
before you put that guitar away, I have a question for
Oh, sure.
that. What year is that?
This is a 1964 Gibson B25N. It was my dad's.
Nice.
He bought it in 65 when he graduated from high school in Joplin, Missouri, which is my hometown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it. It's beautiful.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Louise, isn't that one of your favorites?
Yep, she said so in the chat.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah.
She needs to go back to the luthier, though.
Yeah, yep. The old Gibson needs to go back to the guitar doctor. Yep. They need to do that once in a while. So I think we have time for a couple more. Do I have that right, Annie? All right. So, yeah. I think I'm just going to let this song speak for itself. I'm going to take the time.
Okay.
Time is short, and there's so much to do. Hard though we try, the work is never done. Every breath is a chance to start anew, to share your love and joy with everyone. So take the time while you can, take the time while you can, take the time to show your love. Take the time while you can, take the time while you can, take the time to show your love. When your life seems to run away from you, and you feel an aching in your bones, every soul shares the same path with you. So don't be afraid, you don't walk alone. And take the time while you can, take the time while you can, take the time to show your love. Take the time while you can, take the time while you can, take the time to show your love. Take the time to notice, take the time to feel, take the time to reach out for what is real, and take the time while you can, take the time while you can, take the time to show your love. Take the time while you can, take the time while you you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you. So we got one more song for you. We're going to leave you with my version of church. We're going to take you to church, y'all. And Sean's going to do a quick costume change. So while he's doing that, I just want to thank you. Special thanks to Annie for inviting us to come to Michigan in the first place. And now we're just doing it from our house.
So we'll have to rain check that for sure.
Yeah. It's going to be so nice to to be with other people again. We had a little taste of that last week. So that's another thing I do. Every Monday, I post something new to my blog. I have a lot of things going on. Go to heatherpearson.com. There's a lot of stuff happening every week in my world. And this past Monday's piece was about, we did an in-person gig last week that was very small in Maine. And, we're all taking those little baby steps towards, being able to be together again. And being able to just stand in someone's presence, even though we were both wearing masks and we're standing, distance away, but just to be able to look someone in the eye. I don't know. I hope I never take that for granted ever again. Like that's such a powerful thing. So yeah, my arm's a little sore. I got my first shot today. One more step towards being able to hug the people I love. All the people I love. It's coming. But it's I'm feeling pretty hopeful and excited.
Telling me that I'm going to have to leave the house?
Yeah, some of us have kind of gotten used to not going anywhere. Yeah, and sitting still. There's something to be said for sitting still. I do enjoy sitting still, and I like to move. And I like to bring you all to my version of church. Whenever I say no to hatred, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Whenever I say no to hatred, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. I'm not turning my back on anything. I am opening my arms to the world. So whenever I say no to hatred, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Whenever I say no to sadness, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to joy. Whenever I say no to sadness, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to joy. I'm not turning my back on anything. I am opening my arms to the world. So whenever I say no to sadness, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to joy. Well, sometimes it's easier to give up the fight. Sometimes it's so hard to do what is right, but I won't lose sight of love. Yeah. Yeah, Sean Netto on the bass. Well, sometimes it's easier to give up the fight. Sometimes it's so hard to do what is right. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to give up the fight. Sometimes it's so hard to reach for the light. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to give up the fight. Sometimes it's so hard back on anything. I am opening my arms to the world. So whenever I say no to hatred, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. That's your part. I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Yeah, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Yeah, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Yeah, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Here we go. I'm saying yes, yes, yes. I'm saying yes, yes, yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes to love. Thank you so much.
Hang on a second. Where's my mouse? Where's my cat? Maybe a cat can help me find it.
Under your chair.
Under your chair.
So here's what would happen now if you were playing in the Chelsea Depot. Well, first of all, we'd just be taking a break, and then we'd get a whole nother set. But we understand the live stream attention span is a little bit more challenging. So, but there would be people on their feet demanding another song.
Yes.
I'm quite sure of it. And I'm
Stomping, stomping, stomping.
stomping.
Yeah, I think, and we would be walking off stage. So if you'd like, we can leave the meeting and then we can come back.
Come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Reconnect to audio, you know, that whole thing. Yeah.
Is
Lines
it
and
on?
spaces.
Is this on?
Lines and spaces.
I was just going
Oh.
to say there was.
Lines and spaces.
Oh,
And then the
got a request.
tail lines and spaces, and then P
All
and
right.
J, and then peace and joy.
All right. Well, I can't turn down a request. So this is a song I wrote about my. It's about my mom and dad, and it's about my childhood piano. In the old front room that overlooked the yard, along the back wall, standing like a guard, was the big brown box that helped me make sense of the world. He found it at the dump and brought it home to me, and that was all it took to set my young mind free. And the big brown box helped me make sense of the world. He taught me lines and spaces. She taught me how to read faces. The house was always so cold, and the ashtray always full. And every word she said scratched at me like wool. And the big brown box helped me make sense of it all. But I was always unsure of how I ought to be. And somehow it seemed that wasn't up to me. And the big brown box helped me make sense of it all. He taught me lines and spaces. She taught me how to read faces. As soon as I'd sit down, I'd close my eyes and play. What a beautiful pain to wish everything else away, except the big brown box that helped me make sense of the world. And now that they've all gone, the old piano too, I hope I've got what it takes to follow what is true. And the big brown box showed me how to be in the world. He taught me lines and spaces. She taught me how to read faces. He taught me lines and spaces. She taught me how to read faces.
Love that. Love that one so much. Is Sean coming back for another one?
Yeah, we have this new tradition that's kind of bubbled up in this weird time in the last year. We have a little song we like to send people off with. You ready?
Yep.
I wish you happiness and joy. I wish you strength and ease. I wish you freedom from suffering. And I wish you peace. I wish you happiness and joy. I wish you strength and ease. I wish you freedom from suffering. And I wish you peace.
Perfect. All right. Well,
Thank you so much.
I could
Thanks,
spend my
everybody.
whole evening here, but those of you in the Zoom room are welcome to stick around for a bit. I'm going to end the live stream. So Heather, Sean, if you want to say goodbye to the people out in the internet land, we're going.